Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the show. Looks like we'll have a good one for you guys today. It's getting crazy. These people, basically, the Republicans just think that they can fire everybody that they disagree with in government and have no repercussions for it. And I say Republicans because it's not just Donald Trump. It's now RFK. We're going to be going over that as well. Uh, basically, whatever they think or whoever really in office they don't agree with, they just automatically fire them now. Like it's just it's unprecedented and it's so obvious. It's just in your face now. It's just like, oh, you're not a loyalist, you're out. And when Donald Trump was talking about how there were so many Democratic bureaucrats in the government, and they were the deep state because there's so many bureaucrats, and he is literally in 4K just showing us people that are beyond bureaucrats that he's appointing and hiring, and how he's firing the actual good people and trying to get rid of people like Lisa Cook now, which we're about to go over, and Jerome Powell, who is not in the slightest partisan. Because I remember last year when Biden wanted him to lower the rates, he won lower rates. So he's not in any way, shape, or form a bureaucrat. So it's just the hypocrisy is absolutely insane, and we'll be going over it. So I'm going to switch over here. You see the article. It says Trump administration live updates, whatever. Fed governor sues president over unprecedented and illegal firing. Now, she's not fired as of right now, I believe. I think she's still in her position. Even though he did, I think he signed like I don't think it was an executive order. He just says you're fired or something, and he doesn't have the power to do that. It's basically the same thing as Powell. He doesn't exactly have the authority to do that. It's kind of vague though in the law. From my knowledge, it says that you can fire a Fed governor, and this counts as for the Fed chair, as technically they're both governors, but they do different things. It's set up weird for sure for the Federal Reserve, but they can only fire them for cause. Literally that statement, for cause. So it's very vague. Obviously, the Supreme Court at the time, I think that was like I believe it's 1913 ruling. You can fire them for cause, and that I guess basically meant at the time like some type of misconduct, or because for some type of cause, a good cause, obviously. And Trump doesn't have this here. I will go lower here. I believe he was trying to fire over mortgage fraud or something like that. Let me read. Fed firing Lisa Cook, a governor on the Federal Reserve Board, sued President Trump on Thursday, calling his attempt to fire her unprecedented and illegal, and setting up a court fight with lasting implications for the central bank's independence. The president has said he was dismissing Ms. Cook over accusations of mortgage fraud. There it is. Even though she has not been charged with any wrongdoing, a federal judge in Washington scheduled a hearing for Friday to consider Ms. Cook's request for a temporary restraining order that would allow her to continue serving while the case plays out. And yeah, that's basically the gist of it. And I just want to show you guys, like, if he gets his way with this, I believe, I mean, he'll probably fire Powell next year, because I think his time's up next year, and he'll probably fire Cook and whoever else that he can by that time in the Fed, and he'll appoint people like this. What I wanted to show you guys, he replaced or he put in charge this lady Heather Honey, in charge of the U.S. elections, and she was a election denier in 2020. When was the last time? What happened last time a election denier was in charge? Yeah, it was called January 6th, 2020 or 2021. January 6th, 2021. That's what happened the last time we had somebody in power that was an election denier. Okay, so it's just, I mean, this is the definition of a bureaucrat. This person is not qualified. She's anti-qualified in my opinion. And you just stick her in this position of overseeing the U.S. elections. Now, I'm not even sure what that what what the I guess she's like in charge of overseeing it. I don't know exactly what that means, what they do, but that's just doesn't sound right to me. The person that has no faith in the election system and our democratic system is being basically propped up into this power position of power for no reason, and it's because you or she's just a loyalist to you. So you're going to see just more and more loyalists put into power like no other administration before. This has never been done. Joe Biden has never put in like this amount of people that are unqualified and loyalists to the coalition and things of that nature, man. And for him firing this Fed governor, I really don't think he can. And whoever, this could really mess up the economy too, guys. If he just puts in people like these loyalists that will do whatever he wants, especially at like Fed chair for Powell, and they don't actually end up like Powell and be nonpartisan and do their job, they'll just start lowering rates when there's not supposed to lower rates, and then all of a sudden you'll start seeing these insane inflation rates that we've seen that people were complaining about under Biden. And, I mean, this just is not good to do. But obviously he doesn't care. And as far as can he fire Cook, I guess is the question of today. Um, like I said, I don't really think he does. This is going to be probably a Supreme Court ruling that's going to which is going to be a foundation for uh, future basically future court cases in terms of firing the Fed or trying to fire Fed courts if we ever get another president like this, which Republicans are seeming like it's starting to shift towards the Republicans liking more candidates like Trump in terms of firing who you don't agree with, ignoring the Constitution, and just authoritarian type leaders. So uh, this first this first this first ruling with firing a Federal Reserve governor, which the Federal Reserve is supposed to be independent from the president, but he's making it just another thing he can just fire people out of and appoint his bureaucrats or his loyalists. The Supreme Court needs to say that you cannot fire this person unless it's for a real reason, which is what the original court case in 1913 was supposed to be for, in my eyes, where it says for cause. They need to say what causes can you do it for, and it better not be something where the cause can be whatever the president says. And I know the current Supreme Court is very conservative, so they might just side with him on this, and it's going to be very annoying and just going to be I'm just going to have a lack of trust in our system if they allow him to do this. And I mean, I hope that the democratic system uh stands, man. I hope it stands, and I hope it I hope it does its job. That's all, man. I'm just thinking in my head, like, how much can he get away with? Even the Supreme Court is under his control. That's scary, man. So I'm gonna leave it on that note, guys. I'll be back for the next segment after.